Good afternoon, everyone. Our topic of discussion today is air pollution, generic pollution. How can we control it? What are the best measures that we can take, and what are the impacts of this pollution is going on in our lives? So today, nowadays, when we all generally see news, we read the newspapers that most of our cities are in world's top 50 polluted cities. We have an example of Delhi and NCR region. Most recently, every winter season there will be the air quality index would be above 400, and even every doctors are seeing that there are so many patients of asthma. So pollution is causing a lot of health problems in all the major cities, and it is one of the reasons could be traffic. So I just wanted to discuss, like, we can discuss like what are the reasons behind increasing pollution in the cities specifically, it could be traffic, or it could be the garbage wastage, the lot of plastic uses that has come in, and what are the measures that we as an individual can take in order to we can contribute towards from ourselves to reduce the pollution. So we can, open up the
Yeah,
discussion.
so well said. So I agree what you are talking about, and that discussion regarding the pollutions. So the pollution maybe there are different kind of pollutions like air pollutions, water pollutions, maybe the noise pollutions, or maybe your soil pollution. So these are the pollutions that as we observe on in our life and in our environment as well. So first of all, we need to understand the reason for being a particular thing is getting polluted, or where does the pollution or being happened, or what is the source for that. We need to understand, we need to figure out the reason for that, and what could be the possible solution for that, or resolution plan for that. So, if you think about, like, if I talk about the air pollution first, the main reason, like the carbon dioxide, the CO2, something, what is that the scientific code? I am not sure, but CO2, I think, carbon dioxide, something, right? So, the carbon dioxide, where does it get released? The get released in the sense the major source is your like factory, then like from the every conveyance, that is your mode of transport, your electric vehicles, no, not electric vehicles, that fuel vehicles, then third from your day to day, like whatever the machines or whatever the equipment you are using, the fuel based equipment, that also release the carbon dioxide. So mostly the sources are from your factory, or second maybe from the transport or the conveyance, like your vehicles, your car, your four wheelers, or maybe buses or the trucks, whatever that the origin there. So these are the source. So these are release the carbon dioxide, and also the major source is your the air conditioner, right? The what we install in our home. That is the major source of like that release the carbon dioxide, and the air is getting polluted because of that reasons. And the on the other side, that reckless human, what they are doing, because of the factory expansion, because of their economic growth, they cut down the trees, and they are making the space and building their factories or maybe plant. Because of that reason, the when the trees, the amount of trees numbers will get down, obviously the carbon dioxide other side it will be increased, right? And what the trees helps to the environment, the tree will release the oxygen, and that oxygen will maintain, and to maintain the environment clean, and also the carbon dioxide will absorb that. So in that way you see that the air pollution, the most of the source are from our factory, or maybe for conveyance, or maybe the equipment we are using at our home. So these are the major source. And if you think about the water pollution, the same case, like the most of the waste material or the scrap material are being released to the rivers or maybe seas area or any drain area that is getting accumulated in a particular place, and after a couple of maybe days or time, it is creating the air pollution as well as the water pollution. So these are the major source. So we need to think about these are the root cause and what could be the possible solution for that. What do you think about that? What do you say?
Completely agree what you were saying, that one pollution. Air pollution means that air pollution and noise pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, sky pollution, everything
Yes,
is there.
yes.
In the everywhere, in the man, what happened, mankind is approaching everywhere. Where it is there, in the way people are going there, they are building the infrastructure, they are modernization, the urbanization is happening. So many man-made infrastructure, man-made disaster is happening in the world. Nowadays, you see that the pollution of the traffic, that fossil fuels, uses of fossil fuels, and uses of that industrials waste, and soil infrastructure building in the this thing, and urbanization. Whatever you go there, the urbanization happening, that concrete building is coming everywhere. In that causes are that all are getting polluting the all nature. So that in the case that air pollution, you told that directly you need to this whatever you are using, that fossil fuels, you need to overcome with that green electrical vehicle using, and you need to reduce the uses of fossil fuels, and industrials you need to don't release the directly to the rivers and water. Whatever industrialists that they are doing, whatever uses of the water, and they are releasing to the rivers, they, it will be water will be polluting, and that water will be going to the ground, and it is people are getting unhealthy, and even the people are earlier their lives are for around 100 years. People now become life is around 60 to 72 years. This is the thing, but whatever full all human health also is going bad, and new diseases are coming, health issues are coming in the medical, and so many things. Whatever this is this is the only I'm telling, this is a man-made pollution. Nature is given enough to us, but man they want.
But we are
So that's
just
what it
missing.
is, the misusing the nature. So this is the creating the these pollutions.
So, Prasad, what do you think?
All the topics will
Yeah, you can contribute what
You can
think
also
about that.
you can repeat also.
I think the main reason is the factory, and the other reason is the transportation, and by we cannot reduce the uh, uh, transport or infrastructure uh, which is building day by day, but we can um, uh, add something in our daily life, like don't use vehicles very much without the use of any importance, like if you want to go to somewhere, if it is not a very big distance, so use bicycle or use a bus instead of a car, because in a car only one person or two person can sit, and same fuel as consumed uh, by bus or any vehicle. So I think so if your use, if your necessary is very important, then use these things. Otherwise, uh, if it's possible, then you can go anywhere by walking or by using cycle, and try to uh, grow more and more plants in daily life, so that air pollution should be reduced, and so our earth will be protected.
Yes.
Yeah.
I echo this word. What happened? The urbanization should be happen and economical need to grow. In this during that whatever we are doing that infrastructure building, whatever cutting tree. Example, you cut the one tree, you need to plant the 10 trees. You need to grow the 10 trees. Then you need to balance will happen. What happen? You are cutting the tree in the one side and you are not growing any plants other side. This is my opinion. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah. Omkar, what do you say? What do you say? Say something.
In,
Say. What happened today? Tell me.
मीनिंग नहीं मिलते सर मुझे
Pardon?
मीनिंग बोलने
You're not getting. Okay, no problem. Anjuma, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, so I agree the point what you highlighted here. The thing is, can we stop those activities that what you highlighted right now, like because of the industrialization, because of urbanizations, or because of the factories are growing, or the transportation? Can we stop those? No, because this is the genuine need, and in a growing populations, as we are living in a modern era, and like the India is the second largest, or maybe one of the largest populated country, and here huge demand as well as the supplies need to be like meet the requirement of the demand of the people. We need to have those infrastructures, like without factory, without infrastructure, how like we can give the employment to the citizen of in India, or without mode of transport, how they can move here to there for their day-to-day business or for their day-to-day job. So that we can't stop that. That should be there, but the, need to think about what could be the alternate way, and how we can save our environment, how we can protect the air or water, and simultaneously we can do the regular activity and boost our economy. So the first is the transportation. The transportation now, the government or maybe the researcher has taken the initiative that instead of using the fuel vehicle, you can use the electric vehicle, where the carbon dioxide will not release that much, or you can control the engine is made in such a way to not release that much of the carbon dioxide, or instead of using like fuel vehicle directly, you use the electric vehicle. That will help to save our environment, as well as that would be cost effective to the user as well, right? So that is the one alternative. Second, if you think about the growing population and the factory expansion, both are, or the parallelly, both are required for everyone, right? And if we are expanding factory, then what is happening? We need to think that we need the infrastructure, we need to cut down the tree, we need some space to establish infrastructure, or we need some resources in the sense maybe it's manpower resources, or maybe some equipments, or some sort of plant, or like an engine or something like that. So for that, how will operate that machinery equipments? We need to think with the, like without using the fuel, can we operate that machine? Yes, it is possible, because we are living in that era where all the researchers, they are doing the research work day in day out. They can think about that, like instead of using the fuel engine, we can think about the electric engine, or some other source of energy where no need to use the fuel, or that engine will not release the carbon dioxide that is so harmful to our environment. So we can think about that, like before implementing or before establishing a particular machine or equipment, how we can protect to our environment. We can think about that. And coming to the protection part, like we are cutting down the tree, and the reckless human, they don't care about that, they don't bother about that. Wherever there is a need or there is a requirement, they will like blindly cut the tree, and they don't think about the environment protection and all. But from the government side, or the maybe some state government side, there are already landed, and then you should protect the environment if you are a manufacturing entity, or if you are like a production company, like you need to think about that, you need to contribute something towards the